these, and also she asked us to put these back. Or put it back. Well, I got it out. If you want it, you can get it out.
Okay, guys, you had some homework for today, I think.
You sent your workshop for your sister.
Who's got homework for me?
Well, this was in it.
Okay, because I thought that there was another problem similar to that, where you had to put it, to write it in modern English and then rewrite it in Shakespearean language. It wasn't that one. Okay.
Didn't we have to pick the prompt?
Say again?
Didn't we have to pick it?
Yes, you had to.
What, for the homework? I did do the homework. With Kelsey, Monday.
Homework for today. Great. And for Friday you have one essay. And if you don't have your homework, if you don't have your homework, just bring it Friday. Does it work?
Oh, that's a big lovely thing.
Sushi story.
Nice. Yes, please. And thank you. Okay, so about the essay for Friday.
Which essay was that again?
One of the prompts over there. So you have to write one page, you have directions written on the handout. And here, these are the, this is the rubric. So let's look at that briefly together. You have, there are gonna be, what is it, 6 points you're gonna be graded on. So focus or thesis statement. Thesis statement names the topic of the essay and outlines the main points to be discussed. Do you have, does everyone have that? Did you get that?
No.
I just passed it.
Oh.
Okay, the other one is organization. So you want it to be clearly organized. So I want to see an introductory paragraph, body paragraphs, and concluding paragraph. And I would like your ideas to be introduced clearly and follow the logical structure. Is that clear so far? Okay, then we have examples. I would like you to include 2 or more pieces of evidence of examples. So quotation marks as always and correct line numbers, accuracy line that support the main idea, and then analysis following each example. So all the evidence, all the examples are followed by an analysis of 1 to 2 sentences. The analysis shows the larger significance of the evidence. Do you understand this part? I think the analysis is the most important part. So that's what I redid the quote packet, and I wrote yellow or pink highlighter my comments on that. So when I'm talking about analysis, it's not just translation of the quote, and it's not just telling me what's happening around the quote. It's not just the context. I want you to go deeper. The crucial word is why. For example, like, why is this quote important? What is this quote telling you about the character? Or how is this quote shedding light on the plot? Like, what does it tell you? Example, we had Samson Gregory fighting at the beginning. If they, you pick a quote, you bite your thumb at you, or something like that. Yes, if they're challenging each other, that was to Abraham. But it tells you the deeper significance of that is that the 2 families are fighting. So it's not just the servants, but the hate, the feud is so deep that it goes all the way to the bottom. So it's everyone who's associated with those families is affected by that. And then if you want to go even further, you could ask yourself, well, what is the significance for the whole plot? We know that the play is about Romeo and Juliet. So how does this fact that we have feuding families, how does it affect their life story? And because you already know that it's going to end badly, you can say, well, this little tiny bit, are you biting your thumb at us? is also suggesting or foreshadowing the whole tragedy. Am I speaking in a totally complicated way, or are you kind
So
of getting
if-
what I'm?
If,
Yes.
No matter which one we pick, you want an analysis of the scene.
No matter which one you pick, I think you should always use an example to back your ideas.
Okay.
And every time you're gonna write an example or the evidence, I want it to be followed at least by one sentence of analysis. Make sense? Okay, and then just closing paragraph. So I would like the conclusion to be strong and leave the reader fully understanding your position. And good closing paragraph also always restates your position statement or what the essay was about. I don't want you to repeat the exact words, but just like use synonyms, just rephrase that. And then fluency, that's about the grammar, spelling, capitalization, and punctuation. Okay? It's just one page. It shouldn't be. Yeah.
Double page?
And I only got the list of
Yeah,
what
I was
different
gonna say,
hope,
so you're talking
Well,
about like,
of all the
12
different things
times
you could do for
0.
homework, and I
What if we
think
go
it's-
over one page?
You can go over one page.
This one
Please
is
don't go
3
like
pages.
Okay, sure.
I
I said
would-
that, but don't go too far further. One thing about essays, when you're giving an assignment, you usually are giving either a number of pages or a number of words, and you can go below or above, typically by 10%. So if I have told you that it should be 400 words, which is about one page.
Yeah.
Right, so you can go between 360 to 440. Is that kind of clear?
Yeah.
So if you have,
especially this is a good thing to learn for college. Professors will stop reading after a page and only grade you on the first page. So it's a really good thing to learn how to cut back and edit and think about, okay, I've been assigned this much work. By going over this much, I've provided this much more work for my professor to do, right? So you have to be cognizant because professors will cut off, like take off the last 2 pages, and if you haven't done what you've been asked to do, they just won't read it. So you need to make sure that you're doing what you've been asked to do in that
Yeah.
page.
So if you have, you
It's
were
just a
told
good
to do
habit.
whole page, 10, what did they say, 10? The 10 of them would be, I don't know, this. So you can go like a page and a quarter, yeah, max, usually, but 3 pages, of course.
Yeah, for this time, you know,
Yeah.
because we hadn't established that, obviously that would be acceptable, but in the future, when there is a limit given, you should stick to it.
Okay. Any other questions, please?
Do you have an extra one of the prompts?
For the essay?
Yes.
Yes, I do. Any other questions? If you have it already and you really want, well,
Put it back when you're done,
yes.
'cause I wanna-
If you want to stop by tomorrow, like if you have the essay ready already, you wanna stop by tomorrow and give it to me to review, I can do that and give it back to you the next day, but, it shouldn't be a big deal. That's why we're just like getting
Wednesday.
used to,
Wednesday.
the essay writing. Questions?
I need them in,
You need everything, yes. And probably the homework topics also. Do you know what we read last time? Did you read it at home? No. Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, guys, so just put those things away if you don't have other questions. Take out your books, take out your study guide, and let's just run through what we read last time so we can keep reading.
Isn't a 5-paragraph essay usually like 2 pages?
I don't think this has to be a 5-paragraph essay.
Did I say 5 paragraphs?
No, you said 1 page.
3 paragraphs?
I thought I said 3 or 2.
it says 1, that says 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, on this, on right here it says 5 paragraphs. Paragraph 2, 3, 4.
Paragraph 2. Oh, yes. So at least 3 paragraphs.
Okay.
One you can find. Yeah, that's my good. So, and I think I said 1 page because I didn't want to scare you. So if you feel like making a full 5 say 2 pages, that's very fine. Okay, so what did we read last time? Remind me, do you wanna come over? So we can actually get back into groups and read. So I think we did Act 2, is that correct? What was that, what was Act 2 about?
It's my good luck flower.
Anyone remembers what Act 2 was about?
They got married.
They got
Wait,
married?
They got married in Act 2?
No, they went to Friar Lawrence's cell.
Yes.
Oh,
Basically,
end of Act.
yeah, end of Act 2,
Oh,
yes.
end of Act 2, I'm sorry,
Okay,
yes.
instead of returning home, where does Romeo go after the ball? I think we went over the first 2 scenes, right? Just briefly, in 2 sentences,
to
remind me
scene
what
6.
happens in the first 2 scenes. What is scene 1 about? Act 2.
He's talking in the fire.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Scene 1?
Scene 1 isn't about that.
No,
Isn't it party?
that's after the party. That Romeo disappeared and Mercutio and Benvolio are looking for him. And then we have scene 2, where Romeo,
This is Act 2.
yes. Say that
The
again?
orchard.
Isn't the balcony scene?
Yes, that's it. Scene 2 is
It's in
balcony.
the orchard.
So what happens after the balcony scene? What happens after the balcony scene?
Romeo goes to Friar Lawrence.
And what are they talking about?
Marriage.
Okay. And then what happens?
Romeo
He
wants.
agrees to marry them.
Okay, why does he agree to marry them?
He wants the rivalry to end. He thinks it can end by them marrying
Yeah,
each
he
other.
wants the rivalry to end. What else? You don't
Wow,
know.
He's quite the
You don't know.
optimist.
What else? What happens after that?
Tybalt challenges Romeo for a duel.
People challenges Romeo. Okay. And what happens? What else happens? So we have Friar and Romeo talking. And then we had, again, scene on the street, Benvolio and Mercutio talking about the fact that Tybalt sent a challenge to Romeo. And then what happens on the street?
Is that when the nurse, because of the nurse and Maria were talking?
Nurse and Romeo are talking, what are they talking about?
Juliet.
They're talking about how to get Juliet.
Okay, so what do they agree on? Or how is the marriage going to happen? What is Juliet supposed to? She's going, yes, to get a confession. And how is Romeo supposed to get to her chambers later that
The
night?
road.
With ropes, okay. Is that the end of, and then the last scene, scene 6 of Act 2, what is that? What happens there? We're back to Friar Lawrence's cell. We have Nurse and Juliet talking about that, and then what happens in scene 6? Friar Lawrence's cell.
Right.
Okay, Friar and Juliet talk about why Friar is afraid of the relationship and why is that?
It's going too fast.
It's too fast, okay, yes. And by the end of the scene, how is this scene ending?
They're gonna get married.
They're gonna get married, and they basically get married, and that's not in the book. Okay, let's turn your desks back together, and we're gonna read first half of Act 3. And once again, I have the study guide questions for you. For